4 bars of drums at a time. Winter Wonderland. Winter Wonderland. Ready?
All right, welcome. If you haven't had a chance to find a seat, come on in. All right. Looks like we're mostly settled. Well, welcome everyone to Good Cheer. My name is Megan McCarthy. My pronouns are she, her. I'm co-director of youth education and your host for this evening. Whether you're here for the first time or you're a longtime member, we're glad you're with us tonight. This evening, we come together. Excuse me. This evening, we come together to celebrate the beauty of the changing season and the gift of shared humanity and chili. The approaching winter solstice marks the shortest day and the longest night. We're given the opportunity to embrace the dark as a time to rest and reflect, and the chance to view the increasing light of each day as a sign of rebirth and renewal. Tonight, we hope you will enjoy reflecting on traditions and imagining new ones, experiencing joy and wonder through song, and finding strength and hope in community as we light symbolic flames together. Hopefully everyone has a candle. You can keep them off for now. We're going to light them in unison in a moment. We're fortunate to have with us a wonderful jazz combo featuring local musicians, Carol Beth True on piano, Willem von Hombrecht on bass, Kevin Giannino on drums, and our very own Ethical Society member, Randy Holmes, on trumpet. We'll enjoy some more music from them in a few minutes. Now we'll hear from Ethical Culture Leader and Ethical Society Creative Director, Louise Jett. Please welcome the one, the only, Louise.
Hello, good evening, everyone. My name is Louise Jett, and my pronouns are she and her. I'm so glad you all joined me tonight and everyone else. It's so wonderful to see you here as we gather to celebrate the season of joy, connection, and reflection. Tonight, I want to talk about something I think is truly freeing. The idea that it's perfectly okay to pick and choose or even invent your own holiday traditions. Yeah. Holidays, as we know them, are often a mix of ancient customs, religious practices, cultural influences, and family rituals. They're a patchwork quilt of history, and yet sometimes we feel pressure to celebrate in a very specific way, a way that doesn't always reflect who we are or what we value. But here's the good news. There's no rule book for joy. Yeah, you have the freedom to celebrate the season in any way that brings you meaning, comfort, and happiness. But traditions can matter, so let's start with why they may matter in the first place. Traditions can anchor us. They can give us a sense of belonging, connection, and continuity. Whether it's lighting candles, sharing a meal, or exchanging gifts, traditions remind us of who we are and connect us to something larger. Our families, our ethical communities, and even generations who came before us. But what happens when the traditions we've inherited don't quite fit? Maybe you don't share the beliefs tied to certain holidays. Maybe your family dynamics have changed, or you've grown tired of certain formalities that feel more like obligations than celebrations. Or perhaps you simply want to create something new, something that reflects you and the people you care about most. The beauty of being an ethical humanist is that we can choose. We can honor the traditions that speak to us, let go of the ones that don't, and create new ones that bring us joy. Just like this unique, engaging Good Cheer. We're shaking things up in the most awesome way, and big shout out to all the volunteers and staff who made this happen, especially Holly Brubaker and Sarah Catherine. They are rock stars. Yes. They are rock stars, and like rock stars, they know how to have fun. Speaking of which, you don't need permission to pick and choose traditions that are fun to you. Some might say it's inauthentic to only pick the parts you like, but I would argue the opposite. Choosing what matters to you is an act of authenticity. It's a way of saying, this is who I am, this is what brings me meaning, this is where I find joy. For example, many people enjoy the tradition of decorating a tree during the winter holidays. I'm sure many of you know this custom predates Christmas. It has its roots in ancient pagan celebrations like Saturnalia and Yule, where evergreen trees symbolize life and renewal during the darkest days of the year. Today, you can decorate a tree simply because you find it beautiful or because it brings back happy memories, not because you feel obligated to. Or consider the tradition of gift giving. For some, this practice feels stressful or commercialized, but it doesn't have to be. You can redefine it. Instead of buying gifts, you might choose to exchange homemade items or white elephant gifts like members of the Humanist Hangouts or the Good Eatin' potluck attendees do. Or you could write heartfelt letters or give the gift of time by volunteering together. You don't need to believe in Odin, Thor, or St. Nicholas to enjoy the tradition of a visitor bringing you gifts at night. And you don't need to believe in the god Saturn to enjoy the tradition of decorating a Saturnalia tree in your home. The point is, you get to decide what works for you. If you love the tradition, keep it. If you don't, let it go. And if you want to invent something entirely new, go for it. So let's talk about that fun part, inventing your own traditions. This is where your creativity can really shine. Traditions don't have to be handed down to you. They can be born from you, from your own imagination, values, and experiences. Maybe you start a tradition of hosting a gratitude dinner where everyone shares something they're thankful for. Or perhaps you gather with friends for a seasonal swap where you trade books, recipes, and handmade crafts. One family I know has a tradition of going for a walk on the longest night of the year during winter solstice, weather permitting. And I kind of think their flashlights symbolize hope and light in the darkness. Your traditions can be big or as small as you like. They can be silly, heartfelt, or completely unconventional. The key is that they mean something to you. So here's a few ideas to spark your imagination. You could create a memory jar and throughout the year write down happy moments, funny stories, anything you're grateful for, and put them in the jar. And then on a special day, gather around with loved ones and read them aloud. You could make a holiday playlist. I was jamming on my Christmas playlist on the way here. So you could just curate songs that bring you joy and play them while you're baking, decorating, driving, or simply relaxing. You can celebrate nature. Take time to appreciate the beauty of the season. Go for a hike, stargaze, or plant something meaningful. You can host a story night. Invite friends or family to share stories, personal anecdotes, poems, or favorite books. And you can cook together. You can invent a new recipe book or a favorite meal. You could have a chili cook-off. Food has a way of bringing us closer. The possibilities are endless. And what matters in these traditions is that they reflect your values, your joys, and your unique way of seeing the world. The idea of picking and choosing, or inventing, traditions is liberating because it puts the focus back on what truly matters: connection, joy, meaning. Holidays don't have to be perfect. They don't have to look like a greeting card or a movie scene. They just have to feel right to you. And remember, there's no one-size-fits-all way to celebrate. For some, holidays are time for big gatherings and loud laughter. For others, they're a time for quiet reflection and solitude. Both are equally valid. The beauty of creating your own traditions is that you can honor what feels the most authentic to you. So as we celebrate this season, I invite you to embrace the freedom to make it your own. Keep the traditions that bring you joy, let go of the ones that don't, and don't be afraid to invent something new. Whether it's sharing a meal, lighting candles, or taking time to rest and reflect, find what brings meaning and hold it close. The season is yours to celebrate in your way, on your terms. So go ahead, create moments that matter, moments that connect you to the people you love, and moments that remind you of the beauty and wonder of life. Wonder is a gift that enriches our lives and connects us to the world and to one another. It reminds us to slow down, to look up, and to appreciate the beauty and mystery of our existence. In the words of the poet Mary Oliver, instructions for living a life: pay attention, be astonished, tell about it. We should remember that wonder is not a luxury, it's a necessity. It keeps us curious, humble, and connected. It gives us the strength to face challenges and the inspiration to dream of a better world. By embracing wonder, we can transform our lives and the lives of those around us. Let us carry this sense of awe with us as we move through the holiday season. It can guide us toward greater understanding, compassion, and better traditions. Wonder is so often a shared experience. By fostering connection and community in our holiday gatherings, we can create opportunities for people to come together, share their stories, and inspire one another. These connections matter more than any gift or tradition ever will. I'm wishing you less stress and more awe in the coming year and throughout the holidays. I'm holding our entire community in my heart. I want to thank you for your love and support, and happy holidays, however you choose to celebrate them.
That was awesome, Louise. Thank you. All right, we're going to hear a set from our wonderful musicians over here. Please welcome them back.
I found it. Look, I got the microphone to tell you what we're doing. We started out with the standard, the Charlie Parker arrangement of Jerome Kern's All the Things You Are. And by the way, Jerome Kern just absolutely hated what jazz musicians did to his music, but they loved playing his music. And then, of course, we did this Christmas, or the holiday standard, Winter Wonderland. And right now we're going to do my arrangement of another holiday standard, and I call it the Tequila Deck the Halls. Okay, there was, a long time ago, there was a great jazz trumpet player by the name of Clifford Brown, who also wrote some great tunes. And this is a very, his take on the blues. It's a very stylized version of the blues. Anyway, it's a thing entitled Sandu. getting the hang of it. Okay, so blues, Sandu. Okay, why don't we do cornbread? We'll do cornbread. We'll do what is two. Would two more probably suffice? Let's do cornbread. This is a tune by another great trumpet player, Lee Morgan, protege of Dizzy Gillespie, and a lot of stories about Lee Morgan. Anyway, it's the title tune from an album. And did anybody get any of the cornbread downstairs? Yep. Yeah. Well, this tune is titled Cornbread.
Thank
minute. Make it snappy.
You want to do
Go one more.
another one?
Sure. Is
Okay.
that good, Claire?
Okay, well, let's do, let's do karaoke first. Okay, well, okay. Hello, yeah. Okay, you can tell how much I do with microphones. All right. Anybody out there remember if I say the names Fred and Ginger? Does that ring a bell? Well, I'm a big TCM fan. I've seen all those movies. I love them. A lot of those movies from the 30s and 40s, the production values are just, they're, nonstop. And anyway, the initial foray for Fred and Ginger, they were actually the second bananas in the first movie that they made, and but they stood out, and then they made all the other movies. I'm speaking of a movie from 1934 entitled "Flying Down to Rio," and there was a big production number in there called Karaoke. So we're going to do. I did an arrangement. I got excited watching the movie and watching them. And I did a little arrangement of karaoke. Maybe some of you might recognize this, but this will be our finale for our part of the performance this evening. Okay, so yeah, karaoke from Flying Down to Rio. Okay. A 1, 2, 3, 4.
Thank you all for your performance tonight. I'm sad that I know I will never be as cool as Randy. He's the coolest. As we prepare to start the candle lighting, please welcome the members of Ethical Voices to the stage. At the conclusion of the candle lighting, they will share the song Peace Be With You with lyrics by Donna Neist. Come on up, Ethical Voices. And while they're getting situated, here to help us with the candle lighting and read the poem The Shortest Day by Susan Cooper, representing the adults in our community, Grayson Rosen. Representing our youth group, we have Ben Borders and Eliza Jones. Representing Coming of Age, we have Samuel Borders. And representing our Seek program, we have Axel Jones. And we'll start the lighting of the candles and sort of pass the lighting on to you as the poem goes on.
And so the shortest day came, and the year died. And everywhere down the centuries of the snow-white world came people, singing, dancing, to drive the dark away.
They lighted candles in the winter trees. They hung their homes with evergreen. They burned beseeching fires all night long to keep the year alive.
And when the New Year's sunshine blazed awake, they shouted, reveling. Through all the frosty ages you can hear them, echoing behind us. Listen.
All the long echoes sing the same delight. This shortest day, as promise wakens in the sleeping land.
They carol, feast, give thanks, and dearly love their friends and hope for peace.
And now, so do we, here, now, this year, and every year. Happy good cheer. You want to pass the lights? And now, Ethical Voices will sing Peace Be With You. Clap. May we find hope and strength in each other through the light we shine tonight. May your unique light, your warmth, love, and joy awaken the light in others. May we remember that through our community and our collective light, we have the power to illuminate a just and peaceful future for all. Here's a quote to conclude from Albert Camus. When you have once seen the glow of happiness on the face of a beloved person, you know that a human can have no vocation but to awaken the light on the faces surrounding them. In the depth of winter, I finally learned within me there lay an invincible summer. As we conclude our program, let's just show our gratitude to the Ethical Society staff members, the musicians that were here tonight, and all of the volunteers who have helped make tonight possible. Special thanks to Louise Jett and Claire Minnis for the lovely program. And please give an extra hand to Holly Brubaker, who coordinated all the beautiful, joyful fun downstairs. And thank you all for being here as well. You're all invited to stick around for caroling, dessert, and time by the fire downstairs. If you have children in childcare, that will conclude at 7:30. You can swing by and pick them up. And if you've got your candle, you can place it in the basket on your way out. All right, we wish you all the health and happiness in the new year. Have a good night. Thank you.